Greetings, adventurers, players of my game, fans of the show, subscribers, all that jazz. I wanted to say something to all of you. I wanted to thank you all from the bottom of my heart with the support I've been getting. I have one member on the Patreon, which is amazing. I love it. I have a bunch of followers on Twitter and 57 subscribers on the YouTube channel. And few subscribers on my website, and I want to thank you all so much for being here today with me. Thank you for following the project. It's been a labor of love, and I've been working really hard on it actually. I've been doing a portion every night. I'll map out like 20 rooms. I write the descriptions, character interactions, all that jazz, and then do what I can to get it out there, right? So it's been pretty busy on my end between family, my job, and the game, and it's just been a lot. And knowing that there are people out there that support this project, support the game, I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot knowing that I'm able to put out a piece of art to the world, which is absolutely free, and know that people enjoy it. I don't stand not with a corporation on my side. I don't have any marketing machines. But as one man with a family and a vision, the will to see it through. So, yeah, as you all know, it's Labyrinth of Time's Edge. I'm the Venture Weaver. And this game is not made with anything. There's no budget, none whatsoever. It's made in QBasic. So, trust me, it's a lot of fun. There's no publishers funding it, there's no sponsors whatsoever. But every room, every description, every encounter, each has been hand carved. My energy, my passion, my writing into it is something that I am truly loving. I'm doing this because it matters. Because for me, for you, and for anyone who dares step into the labyrinth, this is more than just a game. It's an adventure of a lifetime. All those people that were able to say, "Hey, I want to follow my dream." This is it. I've seen people pour their lives into works of art and projects and games and movies. And they get discouraged and they fall by the wayside. But I wanted you all to know that that's not going to happen with me. Uh, this is basically it. I love this project so much, and I love this game, and I just love it. You know, I just remember as a kid sitting down in front of my Atari 2600, and playing Pitfall and what's the other one? A Pole Position and Defender and all these other games like Berserk. And just having fun with it. Then moving up into text adventures and Nintendo and computer games and Sega, all that jazz. It just really, really motivates you. So no matter how hard life gets, no matter how your life turns or what paths it takes you on, I want you to know that I never went to school. You know, uh, I work a blue collar job. I have a loving family, and I self-taught myself Q Basic, and I made a game. Because I remember from high school and grade school, you'd go to computer class and like, hey, we're showing programming. And back then, we didn't have, stuff like Java and, all that other stuff, all, Godot engines and all that jazz. You had to learn this stuff. You had to play it through, you had to read and do worksheets and exercises and stuff like that. And so it just became this huge ordeal, right? But I got back into it and self-taught myself. And no matter what you do, keep following your dreams. I bring you, the newest portion of the journey. Beyond that, beyond what you've seen so far in the downloadable version that you have. If you don't have it, go to the Labyrinth of Time's Edge, link in the description below, and download the game. Totally free. Two-color display, text adventure, fun for the whole family. I bring the newest portion to you, one unlike anything you've ever seen before. Beyond the Inner Sanctuary, I've been working nonstop on this. I've been putting a lot of work into this portion, just like just like my other one before it. I was able to actually what turn that into 8 maps, so that's in 8 chunks, that village. And I wanted to do something else. I wanted to do something special. And I was like, you know what? How about the inner sanctuary is where there's a mad warlock? You know, the very fabric of reality around this warlock is altered, fractured, and broken. And what is the truth and what is, the illusion of reality all comes together. The question will haunt you as you step into a world torn apart by the horrors of war. Imagine being plucked from the 16th century and thrust into the thunder of World War One. The explosions, the screams, the ground being filled with craters. This is the chaos the warlock conjures. It's one of the nightmares he inflicts on you, the player. And having to write this portion out and actually be able to describe it in such a way that somebody from the 16th century, would see it as, but it's not all despair, you see, because I really want this to be kind of like, because it takes place in a nondiscrete location, right? The whole game, the Labyrinth of Time's Edge, it's basically Central Europe, you know, in the 16th century. And just being able to go through all these places and all this stuff, I just wanted to add something, a little touch of reality, what awaits, right? Because it kind of takes place in our reality because there's a World War One, and you guys know what I mean. But anyways, it's not all misery and despair. In the labyrinth, every moment is terror is balanced by beauty. You'll pass through fields bathed in sunlight, hear the thunder of artillery, and then in an instant find yourself standing in the halls of kings, staring into the painted eyes of a princess of dreams and fears, a place where history collides with fantasy, where what you see on the screen and is described to you, you would never believe it with your own eyes. I know that some of you might think, you know, about this game, how one person created a world this vast, how one man with no budget, no studio, no backing hoped to bring this to the world. And the truth is, because, I have to tell the truth, is because of stories like this must exist. Because we live in a time where too much of what we play and consume is created for profit first and passion second. All right? Like games like Postal by Running with Scissors is a studio that has a vision and wants to put out that vision and not be bogged down by greed and corporations and stuff like that. And and because I always have a love affair with stories of the weird. Stories, well, like Zork or Postal 2 or stuff like that. Just that really makes your head kind of like go like, huh, I could see that happening. You know, I can't promise you anything really. There's a two-color display, all right, black and white. There's a text user interface, absolutely no graphics. And, I can tell you this, it's an authentic journey, handcrafted by yours truly, the Venture Weaver. This is the adventure I'm going to give you, all right? Not because I must, but because I want to. Because every adventurer deserves a place where their imagination can run free. And text adventures and old school computer games and whatnot and video games back in the day had that. It had that special little something that really made you fall in love. Now everything sucks. Like, everything sucks. Like I can't even enjoy video games now because, they're almost 100 gigs. And you want to explain to me bloat? Like they just make these games big like that, so you have to go out and keep upgrading your PC because they're in line with graphics card corporations. It's all nonsensical nonsense. Stop supporting them. Support local, support indie. Get back into text adventures in the 8-bit game scene and have fun, you know? So let this be my promise. The Labyrinth of Time's Edge. my game, my text adventure written in QBasic, will continue to grow. New passages will open, new terrors will await, new beauty will be unfolded, and through all of it, you will know that this was not churned out in a boardroom, but born from the heart of someone who still believes in the power of a good adventure, a good game, something that makes you feel alive, something that makes you want to call in sick and spend the whole day playing the game and eating pizza rolls or ordering something like from McDonald's or Pizza Hut, I don't know, whatever people eat. But just something like that. I want to give that feeling of like, oh man, I can't believe this just came out. I gotta, book time off work just to play it. And now before any one of the handful of listeners still listening to this knows, that's happened a lot in the past like 20 years. So I just want you all to know that to every player who has stepped into the labyrinth of time's edge, thank you. To every dreamer who has yet to enter, your journey awaits you. Together, let us wander through the fields of fire, the halls of kings, through clock towers and old abandoned creepy villages, illusions and into the unknown. For this is more than just a game, it's an adventure of a lifetime, and I'm honored to share it with you today. So do yourself a favor. Go out, download the Labyrinth of Time's Edge, link in the description, play it. You will not regret it. And if you would like to, go support me on Patreon. It's free or $5, one or the other. I don't really mind whatsoever. It doesn't bother me. And you can find me also on Reddit and this website and all that other stuff. So do yourself a favor. Go out, download it, subscribe to my website, check it out. Subscribe to this channel if you want. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. Until next time, adventurers, keep that lantern close to you, for there's danger afoot.